Hello friends, welcome to this lecture. In this video, we'll understand the meaning of the differential equation model for an LTI system, and also we'll discuss the solution of a linear constant coefficient differential equation with the help of an example. An extremely important class of continuous time systems is that for which the input and the output are related through a linear constant coefficient differential equations. As we have already knew that many systems can be described using differential equation models, capturing the relationship between the input and the output. For example, given an RC circuit, if we define the voltage across the capacitor as the output and the source voltage as the input, then the input and the output can be related via a differential equation. Well, let us first consider an nth order linear constant coefficient differential equation, which is given by this equation, and what it consists of is a linear combination of derivatives of the system output yt equal to a linear combination of derivatives of the system input xt, and it referred to as constant coefficient equation because the coefficients are constants. If we expand this equation, it can be written as coefficient an into nth derivative of output yt plus an minus 1 into n minus 1th derivative of output yt plus all the way to a naught into yt, and this equal to coefficient bm into mth derivative of input xt plus bm minus 1 into dm minus 1 by ddt of m minus 1 of xt plus all the way to b naught into x of t. And for a system to be time invariant, all the coefficient in this differential equation must be constant. Otherwise, the system is time varying. And it is referred to as linear because it corresponds to a linear combination of these derivatives, not because it corresponds to a linear system. In fact, for a system to be linear in this differential equation, all the initial condition or the auxiliary condition must be equal to 0. Now the general solution of a linear constant coefficient differential equation for a input xt is given by the homogeneous solution plus the particular solution. The homogeneous solution can be obtained from the homogeneous equation. As in the homogeneous differential equation, the inputs and all its derivatives are 0. That is why the homogeneous solution is also called as zero input response. Also, point to be noted that to get the complete solution of the differential equation, we must have all the initial conditions or auxiliary conditions on the output variable and its derivative. Now let us consider an example where we have to find the solution of the differential equation of an LTI system, which is given by y double prime t plus y prime t minus 6y of t is equal to x prime t plus xt. It is our equation 1, where the input is given as xt equal to e to the power 4t into ut, and also it is given that the system is at rest until the input is applied. That means y of 0 is equal to y prime 0 is equal to 0. To get the complete solution of equation 1, we must find the particular solution and the homogeneous solution. And to get the homogeneous solution, we need the homogeneous equation. And here it is yh double prime t plus yh prime t minus 6yh of t is equal to 0, and this is our equation number 2. Now we know homogeneous solution for a linear constant coefficient differential equation is of the form of complex exponential. So it can be considered as yh of t is equal to a into e to the power mt. And now put this in equation 2. So we have second order derivative of a e to the power mt plus d dt of a e to the power mt minus 6 a e to the power mt is equal to 0. So double differentiation of a e to the power mt is m square a e to the power mt plus d dt of a e to the power mt is m into a e to the power mt, and then we have minus 6 a e to the power mt, which is equal to 0. And now if I cancel a e to the power mt from both sides, then we have m square plus m minus 6 equal to 0, and we solve for m, then we have m equal to minus 3 and 2. Therefore the homogeneous solution yht is given by a1 e to the power minus 3t plus a2 e to the power 2t, and this is our equation number 3, and where this a1 and a2 are constants to be determined from the initial conditions. Now let us find the particular solution. So we have given the input xt equal to e to the power 40 into ut. So for t greater than 0, we have x prime t plus xt is equal to, it is 4 into e to the power 40 plus e to the power 40, and this implies 5 e to the power 40, right? So we search for a particular solution of the form ypt is equal to b into e to the power 40 for t greater than 0, and this is our equation number 4. So now put equation 4 in equation 1, and we have yp double prime t plus yp prime t minus 6 yp t is equal to x prime t plus xt. It implies d square dt square of b e to the power 40 plus d dt of b e to the power 40 minus 6 b e to the power 40 is equal to x prime t plus xt, which we have already found, that is 5 e to the power 40, and this implies the double differentiation of b e to the power 40 is nothing but 16 b e to the power 40 plus differentiation of b e to the power 40 is 4 b e to the power 40 minus then 6 b e to the power 40 is equal to 5 e to the power 40. So if I simplify this, then 16 plus 4 minus 6, that means 14b e to the power 40 is equal to 5 e to the power 40. So now if I cancel e to the power 40 from both sides, and we have b equal to 5 by 14. Therefore the particular solution ypt is given by 5 by 14 into e to the power 40 for t greater than 0. Therefore, the total response or the overall response y of t is given by the homogeneous solution yht plus the particular solution ypt. So we have yt equal to the homogeneous solution yht means a1 e to the power minus 3t plus a2 e to the power 2t, and the particular solution 5 by 14 into e to the power 40, and this is our equation 5. So now differentiating equation 5 with respect to t, we have y prime t is equal to minus 3a1 e to the power minus 3t plus 2a2 e to the power 2t plus 4 into 5 means 20 by 14 e to the power 40, and this is our equation number 6. Now put t equal to 0 in equation 5, we get y of 0 equal to a1 plus a2 plus 5 by 14, and we have the initial condition y of 0 equal to 0, that means this equal to 0, and it is named as equation 7. Now again if I put t equal to 0 in equation 6, then we have y prime of 0 is equal to minus 3a1 plus 2a2 plus 20 by 14. And we have again the initial condition y prime of 0 is equal to 0. That means this equal to 0, and it is named as equation number 8. Now solving equation 7 and 8, and we get a1 is equal to 1 by 7 and a2 as minus 1 by 2. Now put the value of a1 and a2 in equation 5, and we get the total solution as yt equal to 1 by 7 into e to the power minus 3t minus 1 by 2 e to the power 2t plus 5 by 14 e to the power 40 for t greater than 0. So this is all about in this lecture. See you in the next one. Thank you.